We're officially deep into the winter months, and with that comes all sorts of great things, whether that's the outdoor activities like going and playing in the snow, or the great and stylish winter outfits that you can put together now that you can layer more due to the cold weather. But with the cold weather and the cozy outfits comes its own set of challenges. The cold weather causes our hair and our skin to dry out, and we might just get a little bit too lax with our personal hygiene. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tyler Warlow and I go by the Mengineer, and I make videos on how to improve your life through your confidence, capabilities, and overall happiness. In today's video, I'm going to be covering some essential grooming tips that are going to be keeping you looking sharp and feeling great during the winter months. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to be recommending a brand that I personally like to use for some of these grooming tips, and I promise that it is not a sponsored video. This is just a brand that I personally enjoy a lot. Now that we've got that covered, let's go ahead and jump into the video. One of the most common challenges that men are going to face during the winter months is that of dry skin. And a lot of times we don't realize it, but the low temperatures and low humidity pull all the moisture right out of your skin. This can result in your skin looking dry and flaky and result in some painful itching or cracking, especially around the lips. And trust me, whether you're shaking hands with someone or you're holding hands with your partner, people will notice if your skin is pretty dry. But luckily, there are a few different ways to prevent dry skin during the winter months. First off, you're going to want to make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. By intaking more water yourself, you're making sure that your body naturally has more water available to your skin cells. This naturally helps to keep your body hydrated, which defends against the effects of the cold weather. Next up, and this may seem a little difficult, is that you do not want to be taking super hot showers. That's not to say that you can't take a warm shower, but you just want to be careful about taking hot showers, especially in the winter months. Hot showers in general will already dry out your skin, as the hot water plus whatever body wash you're using can essentially strip the natural oils that protect the skin from getting dried out. The hotter the water, the easier it is for those oils to be stripped away. And on top of that, if you have it too hot, you can actually end up damaging some of your skin. So while it might seem tempting in these cold winter months to put on a really hot shower and just soak in it, try not to do that too often. Finally, you're gonna wanna make sure that you moisturize after you do wash any body part. Anytime that you wash a body part, to some degree, those oils are gonna be washed away. So you want to help your body kind of replace them, and you can do that by moisturizing. You can get a good body cream for your body and a hand cream for your hands, and in general, you can use a good moisturizing chapstick for your lips. But by moisturizing and adding those oils back to the skin, you're helping to lock in the hydration that you're getting from, let's say, drinking the water that I mentioned earlier. And speaking of dried out, that's actually going to lead us into the next area that I want to talk about, which is dried out and frizzy hair. So overall, this is the same concept. The cold air and low humidity is going to pull any of the moisture that you typically hold within your hair right out, which typically ends up resulting in people's hair looking dry, frizzy, and damaged, and can sometimes even result in a dry scalp. But luckily, this can also be addressed by some of the same tips that I mentioned earlier, as well as some of the ones that I'm about to mention now. First off, when you're taking these showers that I already mentioned, stop washing your hair every single time that you shower. You do not need to shampoo your hair every single day of the week. This is going to strip any of the natural oils that your hair does have to help hold the moisture that your hair normally holds. So rather than washing your hair with shampoo every single day, try only doing it 2 to 3 times a week. You might think that your hair will look a little bit oily, but you'd be surprised at how many people's hair actually looks great doing this, because it allows it to have those natural oils and not look so dried out and damaged. Now, the next tip is a thing that a lot of guys feel like they don't have to do, and that's going to be conditioning their hair. And yes, even if you have short hair, you should condition it. Anytime that you shampoo your hair, you should go ahead and add a conditioner afterwards. And of course, you should let that conditioner sit for a few minutes to let it do its job. What that conditioner is doing is adding back in the oils that the shampoo removed. And you're like, well, why would I want to add the things that I just removed from my hair? Because the shampoo is supposed to remove dirt and nasty contaminants, but it also unfortunately ends up removing those oils that are beneficial for your hair. So the conditioner goes ahead and gives you back those oils, but but doesn't make your hair dirty again. Now, if your hair is still looking a little unhealthy and frizzy and dry, even after reducing how often you're shampooing and adding conditioner to your routine, you might want to try adding some form of hair oil. But this is essentially the same concept as the conditioner in the sense of you're going to be adding those oils back to your hair, which is going to help your hair lock in that moisture and keep it looking shiny and healthy. If you try out these three things, I promise you, people are going to be noticing how much healthier your hair looks, and they're going to love it. And speaking of loving it, if you're finding the information in this video to be helpful or informative at all, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel out and it helps spread information to other people who might otherwise not know it. Thank you so much in advance, and let's move on with the video. But now that we've covered the hair on top of your head, let's cover a different type of hair, the hair on your face. Trust me, I get it. It's the cold winter months, so you might want to grow out your beard to help you maintain a little bit more warmth on your face. And the winter is really a great time to do that. It's a great time to experiment with different facial hair lengths, and like I already said, it can help you keep your face warm. But you want to make sure that you're still maintaining and trimming your facial hair. Just because it's the winter doesn't mean you get to go ahead and go around looking like a caveman. Keep it trimmed and keep it looking nice. And yes, your facial hair can also get dried out and frizzy just like the hair on your head. And a great way to combat this is by using some beard oil. Some beard oil will help you to moisturize the hair on your face and also allow you to maintain it a little bit better because you won't have dry, crinkly hairs going every way. You'll have moisturized, healthy hair, so then you'll be able to comb it and brush it and style it much more easily. One thing to keep in mind here is just because you have facial hair doesn't mean that the skin underneath that facial hair won't get dry or irritated. So when you're moisturizing, make sure that you're getting underneath the beard as well and moisturizing that skin, because you'd be surprised at the number of guys who, once the winter ends, shaves off that beard and their skin actually looks really irritated and unhealthy because they haven't been keeping good care of it. And finally, please make sure that you are washing and wearing a good deodorant or cologne. Like I was saying earlier, the winter months give plenty of opportunity to try out new and stylish outfits, but the issue with that is a lot of them involve layering, which can result in a lot of sweat and just being warm in general that can cause you to generate some extra BO that you might not normally generate in warmer settings with lighter outfits. Make sure that you're applying deodorant at the beginning of the day and being generous with it. And just in case, I always advise packing an extra stick of deodorant. I personally keep an extra stick in the glove box of my car. In terms of scents that you can go with, the winter months are the perfect opportunity to try out heavier, darker scents. I personally like colognes that contain some form of tobacco and vanilla, but that's just me. You should experiment and try out and find something that you like for yourself. What about you guys? Are there any tips that you personally use to continue looking great and stylish during the winter months? Let me know down in the comments below. And finally, that's gonna bring us to the end of the video. So like I promised, I have a brand that I wanna recommend that has a lot of these products that you can use, and I personally love to use them. It's a brand called Pete and Pedro. I have bought many products from them, but I can personally recommend their hair products. I like to use their putty to help style my hair, and I've used their shampoo and conditioner to help lock in that moisture like I mentioned earlier, as well as their argan oil when my hair is looking particularly dry. They use really high quality ingredients, and you can get them at a better price than most other places because they're direct to consumer. So that means like if you got the same thing in a brick and mortar store, it would actually be more expensive. So if you're looking for some of the things that I mentioned earlier in the video, that is a great company to check out. I've been using them since like my freshman year of college. I really recommend their products, so go check them out. But that's gonna bring us to the end of the video, everyone. Like I said earlier, if you found this information to be helpful or informative at all, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel as it helps us to grow and reach new people. Additionally, if you have any videos or ideas that you would like to see from this channel, please let me know in the comment down below. I read them all and try to respond to as many as I can. If you're interested in more of my videos where I talk about fashion and confidence, be sure to check out this video right here where I talk about the top 5 boots that every man should own. If you're more interested in some of my most recent stuff, be sure to check out this video right here. But until the next time, this is the Mengineer, signing off.